What it do, y'all? This is your homie Drew Blue coming at ya with another Vibe Out Sesh. This is gonna be episode 7. So we just finished concluding doing Dear Demisha on the last one, and I gotta say, for a fan-made project, I think I did a pretty damn good job putting together 18 solid tracks, man. What was the 16? I forgot. Sorry guys, I don't got a good memory right now. But I wanted to get into it. We got this project and one more to do, and after that we're definitely done with Nikko Lafre for the series, at least for the Nikko Lafre series. No, I ain't gonna waste much more time. I'm gonna see if I can get 2 of them done tonight. I definitely want to go and get my car washed up, but before I go do that, let's go ahead and vibe out to this 10 track mixtape, which is really about 37 minutes, and if I keep the talk to the minimum, we'll definitely be able to get through this. I want to say at least tops 45 minutes. But with that being said, let's cut the chat, get on the track, and vibe out. Track number 1, titled Way Out.
You turn the music up for me, Kurt.
Father, I come before you to seek guidance. I just need a way out the struggle. Dear Lord, I pray this music lead the way out. Cause if it don't, then I'll be forced back to the streets. They tell me, bro, you gon' come up to stay down. So for I sleep each night, I drop down on my knees. Like, Lord, I'm begging that you lead the way out. Way out. Way out. Cause at the moment, I just need a way out. Way out. Way out. I ain't gon' lie, I'm a down bad. From a town full of niggas with that brown bag money, make it hard to resist. Here, licks and whipping bricks up. Be with running cribs like, hey nigga, this a stick up. I don't glorify it, I just tell it how it is. All my young niggas trapping me, I'm tryna go legit. Cause I'm mama's only son and I can't let her see me dead. But I know a couple niggas who won't fill me up with lead. Never once been in the feds, and I owe that to this rap shit. I represent them young niggas who ain't never had shit. Roaches in the mattress, rats in the ceiling. Motherfuck the world, swear this high, had me feeling all the violence and the killing stems from young niggas frustrated. I bet they choose another path and they see guts made it. Never had a cosign, probably never get one. All cause I'm from Minnesota, tell them I don't get no fuck. They say I'm ghetto but don't really look good. I was broke still in the mirror like damn I look good. Young cocky ass nigga, I'ma die that way. You try to take this music from me and you'll die that day. It's all I got, it's either this or hug that block and tuck that Glock. Dime bags in my socks. And if I spoke about coke it's cause it's what we did. But that's not the example that I'm trying to set for the kids. Lord, I pray this music lead the way out. Cause if it don't, then I'll be forced back to the streets. They tell me, bro, you gon' come up to stay down. So for I sleep each night, I drop down on my knees. Like, Lord, I'm begging that you lead the way out. Way out. Way out. Cause at the moment, I just need a way out. Way out. Way out. All my OGs doing time on the Porter Street. Smart little niggas, so I never been extorted. See no choice, so I resorted to the fuck shit. I made that out, bet they gon' play this in the club shit. But this time I take it back to my roots. I exaggerated then, I was facts and the truth, nothing else. Was going through depression in the scene, nothing help but the drugs. Sipping Henny by the 5th. Nigga fucking up my liver, consequences of that hate. You deliver, hope you know I'm young, boy. If not to get them through your thick ass gold, for them bullets come flying and your mama start crying cause you fantasize money in the bank. Yeah, believe me, we all know you ain't no saint. You be with the killers and you used to rob. You rather sell dope than go get you a job. Forgetting one day you gon' have to meet God. Forgetting one day you gon' have to meet God. God bless.
Not bad for a first track. Interesting. Definitely didn't weird me out as the when I first did the intro for Dear Demisha. Of course, when I heard that song, Year of the Lafre, Yeah, it was kind of like he took the singing to another level, and I wasn't really feeling it. And it was kind of the same here for the hook. I'm just not feeling it. It just sounds like he's kind of very dehydrated in the throat. Like, you know, sometimes if you can sing a tune, you can sing a tune, you know. He can do it, but in a casual form. I think he just needs to refrain from really pushing himself beyond it. You know, despite the fact that it's a trend out there now, like rappers are trying to sing with the auto-tune thing. Yeah, if it don't work for you, just don't do it. But I do like what he delivered with the bars and the 2 verses that he did give out. It was a very solid project. Did I say project? I apologize. But it was a very solid delivery. So, yeah. Not bad, man. Not bad. Let's go ahead and hit up track number 2. This one's titled Night in Town. Let's vibe out. Turn this one off.
Fuck her like I love her, cause she hold it down. She hold it down. Let lil' mama suck it while I roam around. Girl, hit me up whenever your man ain't around. Now
Let's do what?
I come be your man for one night in town. For one night. For one night. For one night in town. For one night. For one night. One night. For one night in town. 7:30, she was talking dirty. Told her I'ma see you in a couple hours. Young nigga, I just fucking duck him. Tell that other nigga go and get you flowers. Girl, that's not me. It's crazy knowing that was months back. I left the city, but I'll come back when I sign a deal. Until I do, I don't care how you feel. Girl, I'm too focused. Can't lose focus for a second. Cause these niggas want my spot. Yo, man, a bitch and I could get him shot. Now I'm with his bitch and I'm getting top in a Chevrolet. That's a 7 train. I ain't seen a bed in like 7 days. I'm a rolling stone, did it on my own. Told his dream girl, leave me alone. I ain't got the time. If you looking for me, I ain't hard to find in the least bit. Either rapping or I'm on some street shit, trying to maintain. That nigga pussy so he can't hang. My niggas peas, yeah, they gang bang, so the fuck what? I sing but never get it fucked up, boy, I'm no hope. I ain't helping niggas out no more, you can bet that. Nigga, you can hate but respect that. I'm the best out, and it's probably why you hold all eyes on me like a young nigga pop. I'm busy working and won't ever stop. He said my album ain't gon' ever drop, and when it do, it's gon' probably flop. Watch me prove him wrong. This probably be his bitch favorite song. I probably fuck her while she sing along and he ain't around. I told her hit me when he ain't in town. Coincidentally, I was back in town. I'm pulling up just to put it down. Matter of fact, I'm outside right now. Told that girl I'm outside right now. I fuck her like I love her cause she hold it down. I let lil' mama suck it while I roam around. Girl, hit me up whenever your man ain't around. I'm gon' be your man for one night in time. For one night. For one night. For one night. For one night in town. One night in town. For one night. For one night. For one night in town. For one night. For one night. For one night in town. For one night. For one night in town. Say you still love me. You don't even wanna be with me. But if it's still for me, then I don't even want you seeing me. You say you still love me. You don't even wanna be with me. But if it's still for me, then I don't even want you seeing with them old.
Alright, let me pause this for a second. So I believe like when it comes to, you know, musical artists and their evolution in their sounds, I believe it's kind of like similar to like the caterpillar going into a cocoon and bursting out into a butterfly. And usually when it's a caterpillar, that's when the dream starts and all that, right? Like you getting everything together and all that. You're just starting to learn to climb, so you start dropping tracks in, and finally you drop your first project, right? And I think that's what it was like when I heard the other side. It It was just like just getting on his feet, you know, kind of thing. Then he did Survival Face the World, and that's when he was really starting to make his cocoon, in a sense. He didn't get into it yet, but he was starting to make that up. Then it felt like as soon as he got into cocoon, that's when he really was getting into his own world and kind of missing like in a little environment. Then he did MPLS, West End Stories. Then he did Troubled Soul, right? And usually when you kind of come out the cocoon, it's gonna be a beautiful butterfly, right? Well, in Nikko Lafre's case, it was wrong. The nigga came out looking like a moth instead. Now, ain't nothing wrong with moths, but you was expecting a butterfly. You know what I mean? Colorful, vibrant, you know, something like that's gonna take it to the next level. Troubled Soul really felt like it was gonna be that butterfly, but I guess he wasn't done experimenting yet. He had to go back in the cocoon and fix it up again or some shit. Because it seems like he's still trying to figure out who the fuck he is. I can tell you this, man, his direction in this track, it was basically as indecisive as for me trying to figure out what kind of color light to match this tone. Nigga, I think you just need to leave the singing to True Love, Johnny Ray, and if I have to be Seven Saldana, man. I think it was cool when you just did it for once, you know, for a change of pace. You know, once in a while, it's cool. You know, one track every like one or two every project. Like the balance was very, you know, very what's it called, strong and Troubled Soul. Like you did it once or twice, and I think you did Love Like Drugs, so that's 3 actually. I apologize. So 3 out of 18, that's like 1/6. That's not bad, man. You know what I mean? Dear Demisha, he definitely did a lot more singing. I would say the ratio was definitely almost 50-50 really, but it was probably more like 45-55. I think that's probably a fair assessment. Like I said back there, you know, of course, when you do it casually, like he did on Fifth and Henny, Dear Demisha, it works. But when you push it too hard, like what's it called? All Black was pretty good too. But like and Dying to Live and all that shit, yeah. But like when you push yourself too hard, like the greatest rapper alive, that's when it's kind of like it doesn't sound, you know, enticing anymore, man. So I think that's where you gotta go back, man, and just be you, man. Just keep it plain and simple. Sometimes that's all you need, man. Simplicity. You know, there's nothing wrong with you just spitting solid bars on dope ass tracks. And you know, if you feel like you're repeating the same thing over again, you can change the theme, brother. I mean, many artists do. You know, I get that you gotta sometimes rediscover yourself, but it wasn't really you had to change your delivery and how you do things. Excuse me. It was all simply put, it's just you all you gotta do, bro, is just like I said, just be a little more creative. If anything, if you don't have any more stories to tell about your life story, you could just create something, man. You know what I mean? That's something I think real niggas are having issues with. It's like once they're done telling their story, you're like, oh shit, I don't know, I got nothing else to say. Nigga, if you're that creative talking about your own story, think about talking about other people's story if you want, or if you feel like that's not the right approach, you could just make up some stories, man. Fuck it, if that's your talent, you can do it. You could just make up stories, man. You know what I mean? Don't let that stop you. You can evolve your game to the next level. That's all I got to say, man. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to drag this too long. Definitely, like I said, Night in Town, I had a nice chill vibe. I liked the beat. When he kind of kept it to the bars and the singing to the minimum, it was definitely decent, man. I could vibe with it, but then it just, like I said, he got over carried with the singing near at the end. Like that, he just needs to tone it down, man. You know, one wants to hear a watered down version of, you know, what a real vocalist would sound like, man. Like I said, save that shit for Drew Love and Johnny Ray, man. Just do you, Nikko. Or Shawn Harris. That's what you calling it yourself now. Track number 3 is gonna be titled Nikko Lafre FNL. Let's get it. Okay. Melodic band pass right there. Cliche. Well, not cliche, but like, that's a signature. Okay, Nikko.
Said to myself, if rap don't work out, just go out like I'm Tony. Was homeless out in North Miami, niggas ain't do nothing for me. Said to myself, if rap don't work, then I'll go out like I'm Tony. Tony Montana, hey. More like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s. I promise they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes. I'm more like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s. I promise they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes. It was make that hit so play with the bricks, that boy from up top hitting stains, that's a lick. That's you say he got the work to me, that sound like he a Vic. I done finesse the shit out some niggas that I'll admit. But what would you expect? I'm a smart, wild nigga from the slums. I got busy with my hands, so my niggas hold the guns. LIB, they knew to settle around the city. I flew out down to Florida, heard them niggas.
Fuck the police!
Won't say nothing past that.
Bitch ass nigga.
Know the rest. And what I could say will probably lead them by. I'm sorry, I'm too real for my own good. Why niggas clown you when you're on hood? I don't get it, but that ain't my business. I only care about money and the business. I pray each night and ask God for forgiveness. Just trying to catch a break and dodge a sentence. I sip that lick and get to rim. Said to myself, if rap don't work out, just go out like I'm Tony. Was homeless out in North Miami, niggas ain't do nothing for me. Said to myself, if rap don't work, then I'll go out like I'm Tony. Tony Montana, hey. More like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s. I promise they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes. I'm more like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s. I promise they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes. Never been a role model, but I'm trying to change my ways up. I touched down in the app, that's after years of drum gaze up, but shit don't look the same at all. And they say I'm the one to blame. How? Nigga, I've been gone forever, doing everything to make this music crack. Now goofy niggas got the plexus back, we would've jacked them all. Dog, keep your hoe, I could jack off. I'm in my bag, so I do not need no distractions. And trust that fee gon' attract them. Oh yeah, that fee gon' attract them. There ain't no small talk needed. Said I see millions, but they say that they don't see it. I bet they don't believe it, just don't get in my way. Don't give a fuck what they say, cause I got bills to pay. Bitch call me Tony Lafre. Said to myself, if rap don't work out, just go out like I'm Tony. Was homeless out in North Miami, niggas ain't do nothing for me. Said to myself, if rap don't work, then I'll go out like I'm Tony. Tony Montana, hey. More like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s. I promise they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes. I'm more like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s. I promise they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes, they gon' see me in the Mercedes.
You can stop flashing, my nigga. Yeah. By the way, like I said, if you ain't used to it, I got everything on repeat again, so that way, whatever you hear, it's just the same track that we just vibing out to, man. Ain't no spoilers going to happen. As far as Nikko Lafre FNL, man, okay, I see you, nigga. I see you, my nigga. That shit pop. That shit hella fucking pop. Damn. Now, what I gotta say about this is what I'm talking about when I say you keep shit to the casual. Now, the only difference is he added a little more grimy. Like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s, like I'm Tony in the 80s. That shit was definitely popping. I was feeling that. You add a little bit of a grit to it. Now, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I said, man, you a street nigga when it comes to it, so If you keep shit solid like that, oh man, you solid. I know I said solid twice, but you know what? I said it 3 times, so fuck you. I'm gonna say it 4 times. Solid. Solid. That's fine. No, but you know, shit was straight. So as long as he keeps it like that, hey, I'm gonna keep fucking with it. But like I said, man, ain't nothing wrong with you just straight up spitting bars, man. It's cool though. I fuck with it. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? Definitely wish I was wishing for, you know, this could have definitely had a feature, man. Who would I choose though? Fuck. Future. Definitely, if it was Nikko and Future on this shit, that would have been fucking dope. No, but I definitely like this track. This track was bumping. In fact, I might actually give this shit the A-list. But let me remind myself the other tracks though. But that's definitely gonna hit the catalog. So since it's 10 and he ain't got no feature, I might just leave it as A, B, C, D. There's no need for E, because then that's just gonna be like 5 out of 10 tracks. 10. I kind of want to balance it out. You know what I mean? The less favorites, the better. Track number 4 is gonna be titled "To My City." So let's get it.
Chop Squad.
Hold up. Not judging my nigga, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna feel this one. But I'm gonna keep playing it because I'll be a good sport. The only thing is I gotta match the color scheme. Too bad I ain't got no pink for this shit, because this shit sound like some candy ass motherfucker. Go ahead. Turn on, bitch. Oh yeah. There you go. Fuck it. We'll rock with it like that. I'm surprised this shit don't come with pink though. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see if this shit, well, actually, I probably could make this purple too. There we go, that works. Oh, there we go, we'll go like that.
I told you about the Minneapolis niggas, right? Yeah, I told you. I'm from the trap, but I like all my hoes sedated. I heard she poppin', so I'll fly her to my city. Can't do relationships, girl, that's all you should expect. We could cut up all day and night, but I won't ever cut a check. No, I don't pay them, I should make these bitches pay me. Because I'm lit and got that dick that drive them crazy. No, I don't pay them, I should make these bitches pay me. I should.
Interesting.
I should. She say, boy, you're so disrespectful. But clearly I don't give a fuck. I make all these bitches
Pop trap, huh?
But truth is, I just wanna fuck. So at least I'm honest, girl, I do not waste time. So I ain't even trying to take the time to get to know your ways. Unless it's real, but if not, I'll pass on the conversation. Just don't I got a short attention span of everything with money. And all these bitches wanna take it from me. But I won't never let them take it from me. Girl, I work way too hard for this bread just to trick it off on some pussy. That other nigga do that cause he pussy. When this album drop, it's 50K to book me. Man, I can't believe they used to overlook. They should just be grateful to be in my presence. I do what I want, I don't need your acceptance. I'm sorry if I'm not too used to rejection. I've been having bitches wait for I was rich. A cocky young nigga wait for I was lit. I came up from shit, so you can't tell me shit. Don't play yourself, girl, I'm as good as it get. I'm from the trap, but I like all my hoes sedated. I heard she poppin', so I'll fly her to my city. Can't do relationships, girl, that's all you should expect. We could cut up all day and night, but I won't ever cut a check. No, I don't pay them, I should make these bitches pay me. Because I'm lit and got that dick that drive them crazy. No, I don't pay them, I should make these bitches pay me. I should, yeah, I should.
right there. It was only about 14 seconds left on this track. First off, who in the hell told this nigga to do a pop track fucking song, man? Golly. Look, I'm not saying that it can't work, but it was a very unorthodox mix, if you know what I mean. Crazy. The 808 slapped though. I fucks with the 808. I really like that. Other than that, I mean, the lyrics was kind of cool, word for word, but I'm not sure if I like the delivery of it. You know what I mean? The form of delivery kind of threw me off a bit. I think he could have done something different, something better. Like I said, when he pushes himself too hard with the singing, it really doesn't sound, appealing. But hey, man, it's his music career. He chooses to do what he wants, man. But this could definitely be a forgettable track, especially to somebody who's listening to this for the first time. Alright, track number 5 is gonna be titled Numb. So let's get it.
Turn the music up for me, Chris.
Oh, some Beethoven shit here. Okay.
Ran that check up just to split it with my little ones. Girl, I done been through so much pain, now I don't feel no. That's why you catch me sipping Henny till I feel no. I don't want to feel no. Not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing. Niggas changed though. I'm young, rich, and famous. They broke and they blame us. She only want me for the fame, don't she? These groupie bitches fucking all the homies. Grateful niggas bring the devil out me. Low that pussy nigga brought the devil out. The whole night's on the low end. My mama told me, boy, be strong. I always knew it wouldn't be long. Trust, I always knew it wouldn't be long. Playing ball out in Brooklyn Park. Left the team cause of politics. Said fuck school, I'm a trapping rap. Now I'm getting brains, no scholarship needed. And I ran 2 seat. That's the Rari, ain't used to shit on me, but now they sorry, ain't they hate all in his eyes. I don't blame niggas, I can see the way the money chain. Niggas hate all in his eyes, I don't blame niggas, I can see the way the money chain. Niggas, I can see the way the money chain. Ran that check up just to split it with my little ones. Girl, I done been through so much pain, now I don't feel no. That's why you catch me sipping Henny till I feel no. I don't want to feel no. Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing. I was born real and die the same way. Nigga touch me, you die the same day. Thought I told that boy I'm a general. Now I speak on shit that's in general. Cause I done seen too much. And I can give 2 fucks. What the next nigga think about me. But I can tell this bitch think about me way too often. She tell me that I'm too lost in my persona. Frankly, if she ain't attending, I don't want her. And yeah, I wear that Zoe flag, but I ain't a Zoe, though. I'm just paying homage to my partner, Free Big Chico. Trust I'll drop $1 million on this commissary. Bet I'm gon' drop $1 billion on this commissary. They say my advance look like 12 advances. Since I got rich, ain't no second chances. They say my advance look like 12 advances. Since I got rich, ain't no second chances. When that check up just to split it with my little ones. Girl, I done been through so much pain, now I don't feel no. That's why you catch me sipping Henny till I feel no. I don't want to feel no. Not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing, not a fucking thing.
Now that was was definitely, that was refreshing and entertaining, especially after that last track. Interesting though, Beethoven type of beat, and he hopped on and kind of like did his little feature thing, you know what I mean? The double and try to play on general, that was a little sneaky clever. But other than that, man, kind of like an alright track, you know what I mean? Like I vibe with it. The beat definitely was phenomenal. In fact, I might actually label this my D list for the catalog. Not bad. I just really fucked with it. The beat just was legit. You know what I mean? And I'm not a big Beethoven fan. There's a couple of times where he'll hit. You know what I mean? It's just like his shit just is so toned down. Like the tempo is just too slow for me. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that nigga can't play the piano keys, but it can get a bit too repetitive at times. But I actually like this track because it did change up every 4 bars. So I'll give it to you. Let's go to track number 6. This one's titled In My Cup. Alright, let's get it.
But I got this drink all in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. Drink all in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. Drink all in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. Drink all in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. Drank a whole fifth of that Hennessy. It got me like fuck all my enemies. You ain't no friend of me, you just pretend to be. I feel the energy, notice they envy me, cause I'm the one. You know how to honor the sun. I sip out the bottle, won't stop till it's done. It's like 3 a.m. but the night's still young. Tell them to bring out the sparks. These girls in my section, they gorgeous. Can't even understand that she formed. They say she ain't and she's born. Say girl, let's go through all the drugs. She wanna make love in the club. But I got this drink in my cup. But I got this drink in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. Drink all in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. Drink all in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. Drink all in my cup. But I got this drink all in my cup. Yeah. Just know. I'm an Excel, don't believe the gang bang. Just know. Just know. I'm an Excel, don't believe the gang bang. Just know. I was in the VIP with my shades on. Told the baddest bitch I'm tryna take home. You and all your friends. You and all your friends. Told the baddest bitch I'm tryna take you home.
Okay, so the man decides to do another attempt at doing a pop song. This time he did a bit of an H-Town dubstep electronic fusion. Definitely better than the first attempt, I'll say that. This is something that could be played, and people don't mind when drinking my cup. I mean, I could see white folks dancing with that shit. You know what I mean? Shit was popping. I'll give it to. But definitely not my cup of tea. Literally, as I sip my Tivana tea from my Starbucks cup, or whatever's left of it. Yeah, I'm leaving water on myself. I'm gonna stop there. It's cool, but definitely not what I have in my cup. Let's move on to track number 7. And this one's titled Trap No More. Let me change the lights real quick. Or you know what? Let's play it.
Done took some niggas off the block, done took some niggas out the streets. Told them just keep shit a buck and you gon' need me. Now I ain't got a trap no